This is the checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond. This is the kitchen where the new boyfriend will unofficially become family. These are the Verbo vacation homes waiting for your family.
Paint says you can't. Oh, no. Advil says you can.
Hello! What are you doing today? Great whale. Hello, Yassine. Hi, Miriam. My name is Mark. I'm one of the teachers here at CCEL. Welcome. There's a lot of people in here, 30 people. Where's everybody from? Hello, Jenny. Pakistan, we've got people from Pakistan, Morocco. Wow. Hey, Libya, nice. Syria, Turkey, nice. Right. So, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. Happy to see you all here wherever you are. I'm one of the teachers here again at CCEL, at Canadian College of English Language, and I'm here for my first impromptu lesson on the Smrt channel here in beautiful Vancouver, Canada. This is my first time teaching on YouTube, so please bear with me if there are any technical issues, but we do have our wonderful YouTube stream wizard here, Julian, in case things go wrong, and knock on wood, things go smoothly. All right. Okie dokie, so let's start with one of our lessons for today. And I'd like to take a look at a paragraph that I've written just for this lesson. And then we're going to discuss some things about this paragraph. So, Fedor, hello Rita. Yes. Okay. No sound. Everybody hear me? Oh, okay, that's great. That's great, Fedor. Okay, so let's take a look at this example paragraph here. Okay. One day, Bob and Jim went to the river. They were going fishing. No one was around. They chose the best place. They started to take out the fishing rods. Suddenly, there was a loud splash. They also heard a scream. Phil and Leon looked up. They saw something moving in the water. They saw a hand waving in the water. They quickly jumped in the water to swim to the person. Apparently, someone had fallen in the water. Now, I'd like to ask everybody here, is this a good paragraph? Why or why not? Yasin says yes. Oh. Paragraph. There we go. Oh, there we go. I think that's better. That's better. Yes, Jenny, that's actually what I was looking for. It's quite boring. Too many simple sentences. Okay. Now, what can we do to improve it? What can we do to improve this paragraph? Can't see the paragraph. Linking devices, yeah. Can use some linking devices here, that's right. Sound is not okay. Okay? Okay. So there's a lot of things that we can do to improve this paragraph. And the reason why I wanted to show this paragraph here is because today we're going to be talking about sentence types. Yes, Elias, we do need conjunctions. That's right. So we're getting a little ahead here. Got some people asking for sound. Sounds okay, yeah. So maybe it's something on your end focus. Maybe turn up your sound, possibly. All right, so let's go back to the lesson. So for today, I decided to teach a very short but important lesson about the types of sentences in English. I know that most of us around the world are now working from home. So messaging, emailing is now more important than anything nowadays. And it all comes down to how we express ourselves online. So sentence structure is important to learn and learn how to do well to make us sound more fluent and natural. So let's take a look at some of these sentence types, and let's go on our Smrt learning platform and learn about two sentence types that are in the English language that are very important. Okay. So, have our first sentence type, okay, which is called the simple sentence. Now, why is this called a simple sentence? Well, because it has a subject, a verb, an object, or a complete thought. It's one complete independent clause, okay? I have some examples here. Andrew works at a bank downtown. On Fridays, Andrew works from home. Actually, take this example here. Take a look at this sentence here. We have Andrew, which is have the verb works, and we have a complete thought at a bank downtown. So that's what makes a simple sentence. Okay. Now, I'm going to write another example here. Now, I'm going to ask the chat here, is this a simple sentence? Hi, Florella. Yes, Elias, you're correct. Jenny, you're correct. That is also a simple sentence. Now, why is it a simple sentence when I have a subject and a verb? Well, because it is a complete thought. Andrew works. It can be by itself. We can say that Andrew works, and we understand this sentence by itself. Complete thought. Okay. So let's take a look at another example. How about this one here? Is this a simple sentence? No, yes. Well, no, okay. Correct, yeah. It's not a simple sentence. It's incomplete, that's right, Nazruddin. Okay. Need an object, yes, Elias. Shake, no, yes. Jacqueline, no. Yeah, like what, exactly? What does he like? We don't know, so this one is incomplete. Okay. Not a simple sentence. It's not even a sentence. Okay. Great. Now, there's also another name that we can call simple sentences, and that's why another name for simple sentences are called independent clauses. Because it can stand alone. So Andrew works at a bank downtown. This can stand alone. We understand it by itself. Andrew works. Okay, this can stand by itself. Okay, we know that Andrew works a or however long he works. We just know that he works. Now, Andrew likes is not independent because we don't know what he likes. It's incomplete. We need an object. Now, let's go back to the lesson. Yes. All right, now, simple sentences can also have compound subjects, okay? Andrew and his coworkers work really well together. Okay. So in this first example, Andrew works at a bank downtown. We have one subject, Andrew. Whereas here we have two, Andrew and his coworkers. Yep. Is that better, Elias? Sure. Yeah.
See how that works. Space on the two sides here. There's also tons of dead space here as well.
Right, yeah.
So if we can go. Thoughts?
Right. Sorry, everybody. Just some technical issues that we're trying to solve here.
Okay, we're gonna try this. See if that looks better, and I'm gonna bring the noise. Okay.
All right. So I think we are ready to go again. Let's go back to the lesson. Okay. So,
We have to go into the new scene because we actually didn't.
Oh, we didn't go to the new scene.
We didn't fade it over.
There we go. There we go. We fixed it. Yay. Okay, so let's go back to the lesson again. We've got simple sentences, okay? And simple sentences can have compound subjects, okay? So like I said before, we can have one subject, Andrew, or multiple subjects. Now, there is a difference between these two sentences here. Okay, besides the compound subject. Okay. If you notice here in this first sentence, we have an S. Okay, and then in the simple sentence with the compound subject, there is no S. Okay, that is because we have more than one person acting as a subject. Okay. Now, the next thing is simple sentences can have more than one verb. Okay, so we have another example here. On Fridays, Andrew finishes work early and picks up his daughter from school. Okay. Subject, verb, object. That's right. We've got Andrew, subject, finishes, verb. Okay, and then we have the object. Okay, but we have also another verb here, so we actually have two. Okay. Now, what I'd like everybody to do at this point is I'd like everybody to create some simple sentences for me in the chat. I think here, chat. this way, I think. And I'll take a look at your examples. My parents live in Mexico City. Good. Yes, that is a good simple sentence. Yes, we've got the subject, my parents. We have live, the verb, and in Mexico City. Okay, the complete thought. I have been watching this video for 23 minutes. Yes, that's also a simple sentence. Great. The man hit the ball. I love my family. All great sentences. Good. I used to live in Miami when I was a child. Very good. I used to listening music and rapping same time. So I used to listen, okay, so we don't need the ing there. I used to listen to music and rap at the same time. Okay. So it looks like everybody has a good handle of simple sentences. So let's take a look at the next type of sentence. Okay, we've got the compound sentence type. Okay, now compound sentences are two complete independent clauses. Okay, connected with some punctuation like a comma or a semicolon, and a linking word like a conjunction or adverb. Okay, there are actually three ways to form a compound sentence. Okay. Now let's take a look at the most common one, option number 1. Okay, we've got two independent clauses joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. So these coordinating conjunctions are and, but, or, so, for, yet, and nor. Okay. Now you're probably wondering what do these coordinating conjunctions mean? So let's take a look at what those mean. Okay. Okay. So we've got and. Okay, so and what this is it joins two ideas. Okay. So an example would be like I like bananas and I like oranges too. Okay. We also have nor. Okay. Nor is giving a second negative idea. Now, what does this mean? I don't like vanilla ice cream, nor do I like chocolate. Okay, so if we take a look at this example here, we have a negative sentence, I don't like vanilla ice cream. Okay, now when I say nor do I like chocolate, this also means I don't like chocolate. All right, so if you also notice here in the second part, nor do I like chocolate, okay, is this a positive or a negative sentence? Yeah, it is positive. Yep, positive. Yeah, so ling's waren, negative. Okay, So we've got some negatives, negative but positive too, okay? Yeah, so some people are half correct, okay? But yeah, it's positive and negative. Okay, so the sentence is positive, but the meaning is negative. Okay, so be very careful with this nor here. Okay, so when we have this nor, we write it with a write it as a positive, but the meaning is negative. Why is it negative? It's just the form for nor. So if you want to say two negative things, then we use nor as the coordinating conjunction. Okay. All right, so let's move on. And let's take a look at another coordinating conjunction. So we also have but. Okay, now but. What does this mean? Well, but is used for giving an opposing idea. Okay. So an example that I have here. I want to study French, but there are only a few classes in my city. Okay. Also have or. Okay. Now or, we use this if we are showing an alternative. Okay. So for example, I might go shopping, or I might go watch a movie. Either go shopping or go watch a movie. Okay, so we're showing two alternatives here that you can do. Okay, and then we have yet. Okay, now yet is when we give an opposing idea. Okay, it's very similar to but. So, Jim was a dangerous criminal, yet many people admired him. I don't like winter, but I love summer. Yeah, that's a good one with but, Mina. Shopping, but I don't have enough money. Yeah, that's also so. Mina, for that sentence there, we would need a comma there before the but. Okay. Right, and we also have one more to go. We also have so. States a result or an effect. Okay, so an example would be I was feeling hungry, so I made a sandwich. Okay, so because I was feeling hungry, I made a sandwich. So that was the result of my hunger. Right.
I'm gonna try something else again.
Oh, okay.
I still want to make it a little bit bigger because I think it's small, and I still think we can make it better. So the problem with zooming in, I'm gonna show you, is it zooms in the menu as well.
Oh.
So if we
that gets
zoom
bigger,
out
right?
and we just go for the actual size of the text. that normal spot for you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
right?
perfect. Yeah, I can.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that looks a bit better. I think we can go a little bit larger on there too.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
much better,
That's
I think.
perfect. Yeah.
All right,
So we can.
switch it back over.
All right.
That looks like.
Great. So let me just take a look at some of the questions. We use those prepositions for what exactly? So these conjunctions, what they're used for is when we want to create a compound sentence. Okay, so when we want to put two independent clauses together. Okay, because we don't want to write all simple sentences in English. We want to use a variety of sentences so that we can sound more natural when we write. Okay. Okay, so we have all of these conjunctions here, but how do I remember all of these? Okay, very easy. I think some people in the chat have already explained what it is. FANBOYS. Okay, FANBOYS. So we have F, okay, for, okay, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. Okay, so that is something for you guys to remember. Now, if you notice in compound sentences, so Zainab, very good question, but and yet used in the same sense. Yes, they are used in the same sense, but there is a very small difference between the two. Okay, you can interchange yet and but is more. It sounds more final. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so let's write yet and but here. The bottom, yet and but. What does this mean? So I'm going to show you guys an example of what I mean here. Okay. I'd love to go ice skating, but I don't know how. Okay. Now, when we see the sentence here, this sounds like you won't go because you don't know how to skate. Okay. Now, if we change that but to yet, okay, I'd love to go ice skating, yet I don't know how. Okay. Now, this doesn't sound final because this sounds like you're hoping that your friend might teach you to skate if you go. Or maybe you will learn how to skate in the future. Okay, so that's the small difference between but and yet. Okay, so but, it sounds like you don't want to go because you don't know how to skate, and yet is when you're saying that it's not final. I might want to learn how to skate if I go, or I might learn how to skate in the future so I can go. Yeah, me too, Whale. I can't skate either, embarrassingly, and I'm Canadian, so. Okay. Using for as a conjunction, yeah. Okay, so I think if we go back to the example here for. Oh, I didn't write for. Oh, sorry. Let me write an example for. Okay. for. Let's see, what example can I say for for? So, okay. We listened carefully to the news reporter for he was explaining the emergency situation. Okay. So, oops. I thought I explained for, but there we go. So for explains reason. Yeah. So we listened carefully to the news reporter, okay, and the reason for he was explaining the emergency situation. Yes, Elias, yeah. Yet is similar to although. We're going to get to that eventually. All right. Yeah, that's right, Nazruddin. There's no difference between for and because. For is another way instead of using because. So you can use because in that sentence or for. Okay. Now, if we take a look at these sentences here, if we notice the structure of a compound sentence, we have a comma before the coordinating conjunction. Okay. So make sure you have a comma there before the coordinating conjunction. If you don't, then it wouldn't be a compound sentence and it would be considered incorrect. Now, I have some examples that I'm going to write here, and you guys tell me if these are correct. I am going ice skating and friends. Now, I have a sentence here. I'm going ice skating and eat lunch with my friends. Is this correct? Is this a compound sentence? So Nazruddin, no, it is not a compound sentence. Okay. So what we do need here is a comma. Okay. And there's another thing that's missing here. We need a subject. Yes, that's right. I'm going ice skating and, okay, I'm going to eat lunch with my friends. Yes. Okay, oops. I am going to eat lunch with my friends. So in a compound sentence, we do need another subject and a verb, because what we're doing is we're putting two simple sentences together with a coordinating conjunction in the middle. Right. Yes, two independent clauses. Yes, that's right, Mehdi. Yes, we have complex sentences as well. I'll be getting to that, hopefully, if we do have time near the end of the class. All right, so what I'm gonna have everybody do in the chat, and like we've done with the other examples here, is I'd like you to give me a compound sentence. And then I'll take a look at some of the examples that you write in the chat. Can we eliminate the subject? No, we cannot eliminate the subject. Because if we do, I am going ice skating. Friends, okay, it's incomplete, okay, because we do need a subject here, right? Not cheat on the test, for it was the wrong thing to do. Yes, that's a great sentence, Joseph. I'm going outside and I'm having lunch with my family. That's another good one, Mina. But you do need a comma before the and. Okay, I love horror movies, comma, but my girlfriend prefers romantic movies. Great one, Elias. I'm going ice skating, and after I'm going to eat lunch with my friends. Yeah, so that one's great, but we do need that comma before the and, Jim. Great. All right, so let's move on to the next type of compound sentence. Okay. Okay, so we have other examples here. Okay. I've had a very long day, comma, so I'm going to bed. Okay, Andrew works in a bank downtown, comma, and his wife works from home. Okay, moving to a new city can be a stressful experience, comma, but it can also be very exciting. Now, we can also do this by using a semicolon. Okay. So in this structure, the two clauses are joined without a linking word, which means the relationship between the two clauses must be clear. Okay, so the second clause will express a cause and effect relationship to clarify the first clause. Okay, now what does this mean? So let's take a look at some of the examples here. So we have, I did most of the work on the presentation, semicolon, I deserve a higher mark than my partner. Okay. So because this person, or because I did most of the work, okay, the relationship is clear that I deserve a higher mark than my partner. Okay. Right. So we also have another example here. Last year's flood was very costly, semicolon. The city spent millions to repair the damaged streets and homes. Yeah, it's similar to like putting a period, yeah. But the thing also we have to be careful is we have to make sure that the two independent clauses have a close relationship to each other. Okay, so let's take a look at some examples, other examples. Okay, so let's say compound sentences using a semicolon. I went to the doctor. I hate getting shots. Okay, so in this example here, is the relationship between going to the doctor close to I hate getting shots? No? Okay, so Florella says no. Okay. No. Well, in this example, I would say that it is in close relationship. Okay, because you're talking about going to the doctor and getting shots. You get shots at the doctor's office. Okay. So let's try another example. Okay. Jim ate my spaghetti. He loves it. Okay. This close. So Mehdi, what are the two independent clauses here, or the two simple sentences here? Are they close in relationship with each other? Yeah, we can use that form of a compound sentence, Betty. I went to the doctor, but I hate getting shots. Yeah. As a contrast, yeah. So in the second example here, because Jim ate my spaghetti, we can assume that he loves it. Okay, so these two are close in relationship with each other. Now, let's take a look at a sentence that is unclear. Okay, if we go back to the Smrt page here, here we have an example of an unclear sentence. She loves going dancing at the clubs with her friends, semicolon, she always feels terrible the next day. Okay. Now, this is unclear because we don't know why she feels terrible the next day. Is it because she's tired? Maybe she drank too much, or her friends weren't nice. We don't really know. Maybe she walked from the nightclub to the home because the buses weren't running. Okay, so that's where we wouldn't use a semicolon in the sentence. Okay, it would be clear to use a coordinating conjunction, or option number 3, which is coming up. Yeah, we can use however. Yeah, that's right. So Mina says, I like cooking. I hate doing dishes. I hate doing dishes. So we need a ing there. Right. Now we do have another option, the last option. However or but. She loves going dancing at the clubs with her friends. Yes, we can use a however or a but here, Mehdi, yeah. But she always feels terrible the next day, or however, she always feels terrible the next day. Yes, that's correct. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the next option when we use however. Okay. So another form of a compound sentence is when we use two independent clauses joined by a semicolon and a conjunctive adverb. Okay. So what are conjunctive adverbs? Well, we have a list of conjunctive adverbs here. So we have as a result, besides, consequently, furthermore, however, in addition, in fact, instead, likewise, meanwhile, moreover, nevertheless, next, now, on the other hand, otherwise, similarly, still, then, and therefore. Okay. So we have some examples down here to show that. Okay. Jasmine is glad that she got the job, semicolon. However, comma, she was hoping to get a higher salary. Okay. Junseo doesn't have a lot of work experience, semicolon, therefore, comma, he is spending his summer interning at a real estate company. Okay. Now, I'm gonna ask the chat again if you guys can create a compound sentence using these conjunctive adverbs in the chat, and then I'll take a look at it. I'd like to stay a bit longer, however, I must continue studying. Yeah, that is a good one, but you do need a semicolon before the however, Gunel, and a comma after the however. Okay, I would like to stay a bit longer, semicolon, however, comma, I must continue studying. Anybody else? Other examples? I didn't study for my exam yesterday, semicolon. As a result, I failed. Yeah, that's a great example, Elias. Very good. So now that we have an idea of how to write some of these sentences. Oh, we have another one. Fiorella Rampal says, I decided to study computer science, semicolon, as a result, comma, I will go to a local university. So it's a great sentence, but we're just missing that one article. Okay. All right. So why do we need to know all of these sentence types? Well, if we have all of these options to write our sentences, we can avoid writing, if we go back to our original paragraph, paragraphs that are all simple sentences that aren't very interesting to read. Okay. Right. So here we have different options that we can use. Okay, so when you write compound sentences, you can I'd like you to try when you write in English to vary your sentences. So we have examples here. So the first one, Andrew wants to spend more time with his children, so he works from home whenever he can. So if you remember with this one here, we have a compound sentence using a coordinating conjunction. Okay. In the second example, Andrew wants to spend more time with his children, semicolon, he works from home whenever he can. Okay, so another variation that you can use. And then the third one, Andrew wants to spend more time with his children, semicolon, therefore, comma, he works from home whenever he can. Is it wrong if we don't use a semicolon? You mean a semicolon? Yeah, it would be wrong. Okay, so if we take a look at this example here, let's use this one here without the semicolon. Okay, and I'll just put it in this document here. So Andrew wants to spend more time with his children, semicolon, he works from home whenever he can. If we take this out here, okay, then we're not following the rule with subject, verb, object, right? Or the independent clause form. So we have our subject here, verbs, okay? And then we have the complement, but then we have a subject, okay? So because we have a subject here would be incorrect. So we would need either a period, okay, or the other variations that we've seen today. Okay, so, and that is it for learning about sentence types. Okay, so you've learned actually 2 types of sentence types, but there are more, and hopefully I will get to teach you that in the future at some point. But for now, today was just a test to see how we can make our stream a lot better, and yeah. Okay, so I think Julian?
Yo.
Yeah. How do I?
All right. Well, we can basically do what we did in reverse.
Okay.
Fire up the music and go to the end screen. So we just go here.